Well, good evening, everybody. This is WBKB Meteorologist Ryan Crump. I hope you all having a good evening so far and preparing for this winter storm that's heading in our direction for your Tuesday and even to your Wednesday. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is storm system number 1 that's going to be coming into our area. We have another one later on this weekend, and you will see that more in my forecast. Now, of course, we're under a winter storm watch, and that's going to go from January 9th as tomorrow morning all the way to January 10th on Wednesday. And again, areas can pick up 4 to 6, even more inches or even more in snow. And of course, we're also under a gale warning. And that's going to be because we're going to have winds that will be about 35 to 40 miles an hour, creating blizzard-like conditions. So guys, if you don't have to go out, do not go out. You'll at least wait until we get through at least Wednesday afternoon, because conditions are going to deteriorate very, very quickly as we go through your Tuesday morning. Again, most areas are going to pick up about 4 to 6 inches. Some additional high amounts in some isolated areas. And then we're talking about 35 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts, which is going to create blizzard-like conditions. Yes, blizzard-like conditions. Along with that, we're going to see much colder air. Much colder air is going to be coming into the region, especially for this weekend. So keep that in mind as we go forward here. You see that here. We're going to be pretty much steady in the 30s until we get to this weekend. Look at this big drop in temperatures here, guys. We're talking about highs only in the lower 20s to upper teens here. Some of the coldest air of the season that we have been seeing so far. So yes, it's going to be a big difference compared to what we saw in the month of December. And you see that here, according to the temperature outlook here. This goes to January the 17th. So everybody across the Rockies, the Plains, the Midwest, the Great Lakes, all the way through the Ohio Valley, we'll see much colder than average temperatures here in the next 7 to 10 days here. And along with that, winds are going to be the issue, which is going to create a wind chill. Wind chill readings could be in the teens and even below zero as well. Along with that, create much colder temperature situations here. Yes, winds are going to be an issue, and you're going to see wind gusts as high as 10, 15, even 20 miles an hour here, guys, and gusts as high as 35 to 40 miles an hour here in the area. So again, let's time out this big picture here, guys. Snow. That's all we're going to be worried about pretty much throughout the day on your Tuesday. Now, you also notice there's a little bit of green in the area, too. That means that we could see a little bit of rain. The temperatures are going to be holding steady into the 30s as you go through your day on your Tuesday. Some areas get into the upper 30s as well. So that's going to determine if we're going to get rain out of this, mixed precipitation, sleet, or freezing rain, or just all snow. I think the further north you are, the more snow you're going to get. So areas like East Tawas, it's going to see a little bit of rain. Even parts of Alpena and Alpena counties will see a little bit of rain, and Iosco County. So again, keep that in mind. Let's give you a closer look on that, guys. So at around 4 o'clock in the morning, this is where the snow is going to begin. Everybody's going to get on some snow at least around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. That's when everybody's still sleeping or in bed or just getting up to start your day. But then as we go through the day, snow is going to be pretty much engulfing the entire northern parts of the Michigan area. And you might notice, look at this. We're talking about some rain that could be in the area as well. And this is because of the temperatures holding steady into the 30s. So again, I wouldn't be surprised that we see a little bit of sleet and freezing rain, which could make the roads a little bit slick if you are going out. Roads could be slick, winds are going to be a problem, means it's going to create blizzard-like conditions. And then, of course, if you don't have to go out on this, do not go out. Wait until at least Wednesday afternoon before all this begins to clear out, because that's exactly how this looks right now. Wednesday evening to Wednesday morning here, we could see most of the snow moving out of the area, and we should be seeing a little bit of a break in some of the clouds. But for the time being, we are under a brace for a big snowstorm here, guys. And we're talking about, yeah, snow throughout the entire day on your Tuesday night, and into your Wednesday here, guys. So brace yourselves, because that's what's going to end up happening. Most areas could pick up 4 to 6 inches. If you're further south, I'm thinking you're going to get around 6 to 8 inches. Some isolated higher amounts could be in some of the areas as well. So again, like I just mentioned earlier, 7 inches is projected for Alpena, Gaylord, Traverse City. Grand Rapids could talk about, we're talking about 10 inches, Saginaw 6. But as you go further south, we're going to see a little bit more rain. So Port Huron could see a little bit less because they're going to be probably dealing with more rain opposed to snow going forward here, guys. So Again, very serious situation here, guys. If you don't have to go out, please do not go out in this. It's going to be dangerous because it's going to be whiteout conditions. Roads are going to be very slick. And yes, winds could push the car, especially a smaller car, and where you have no buildings that could protect it. This is where issues come into play. So yes, if you could stay, if it has to absolutely have to go out, then you go out. But other than that, wait until at least Wednesday before things begin to calm down in the area. So tonight, well, we're talking about snow developing late. And then, of course, temperatures are going to hold in the 30s. So 30 degrees in Roger City, 30 in Alpena, 33 at Harrisville, Oscoda, and 34 in Tawas, 30 degrees in Atlanta, and 28 the cold spot in Onaway. Winds will be out of the east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Tomorrow, well, we're going to see those temperatures warm just a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. But it's going to be the big one, the winter storm. I've been talking about this, guys, for the last week or so, but predicting that this is going to wind up happening. And guess what? We're under that same situation here. High temperature is going to be about 35 in Roger City, 36 in Alpena, 37 in Harrisville, 37 in Tawas and Oscoda, 34 in Miles. So guys, this is why some areas could see a little bit of a mix of precipitation. They could also see a little bit of rain along mixed in with that because of the temperatures. It just really depends on where that line forms at. That's how much snow we will be getting in most of our areas. So yes, 37 degrees will be the high temperature for your Tuesday, which means that some areas could see a little bit of rain out there. I'm thinking we're seeing all snow when it comes to all this at the end of the day. And then, of course, Wednesday, we're talking about a little bit of snow, particularly early in the day. And then even a little bit on your Thursday. And then guess what, guys? Snow, again, more. There's snow system number 2. It's going to come in this weekend. And then, guess what, guys? Look at the temperatures. We're talking about teens for highs, and overnight lows are going to be back down into the single digits here, guys, as we go through Sunday into Monday. Something we have to watch. Not only the blizzard-like conditions, but the cold. So it's going to make it feel absolutely, dreadfully miserable outside. Well, this has been WBKB Meteorologist Ryan Crump. I hope you all have a good evening. And if you have to go out, if you do not have to go out, do not go out.